Hello, dear Sinceres. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Cynthia Sincere, and I'm an astrologer and holistic coach. And in this video, we will be talking about predictions for Libras in this month of October. I will be reading from my notes, and that's why I'll be not always looking and staring at the camera. And so we start 1st of October with the Venus opposition to Jupiter in your 1st and 7th house. And so you might feel that you are not getting enough from your relationship or romance. You might feel you might feel like you need more from your partner. You might get a little bit greedy and feel like they should be giving you more because you've given so much and therefore you're owed to be given more. Or you might feel that no matter how much they give you, it's never quite enough what you're getting. And also feel the need for attention, love, and affection from your partner or a relationship. On the 2nd of October, Mercury will go direct in Virgo in your 12th house. So you might feel that your inner world, there is a need to organize yourself in your inner world, to put yourself in order mentally, internally, and perhaps going within and going through some self-analysis where you are right now in this moment in your life, or to kind of explore and work with your subconscious beliefs. On the 8th of October, Pluto will go out of retrograde in Capricorn on your 4th house, which might ease up some kind of traumatic pain from the past with your family, and kind of make you feel more relieved and able to heal from that pain and from that kind of situation. The 9th full moon will be in Aries in your 7th house, which might bring you some tension to your relationship or your partner, where your partner might be needing more from you, or you might feel a need to also receive more from your partner. And there's this kind of back and forth with your partner, feeling you want more, or them feeling they want more from you, or you feeling you're not getting enough, or they feeling they're not getting enough. And so it is trying to find this balance between your needs and their needs, and to find this way of fulfilling both sides, your needs and their needs. So pay attention also to try to avoid to enter into kind of verbal arguments where some impulsive words could come out, because Mars is still in Gemini, and Mars does give that impulse for things to happen without us thinking too much about it. So as it's going to go to retrograde, this might mean that during the retrograde period, we might actually go back and review what we spoke, what we said, and regret it. So with the 11th, on the 11th, then Mercury will enter Libra in your 1st house, making you express your ideas and feelings. On the 11th of October, Mercury will enter Libra in your 1st house, making you express your ideas and feelings, but also having more capacity for diplomacy, harmony, and finding a common solution. Also, you might be feeling more, thinking more about your physical body and your appearance. On the 23rd, Venus and Sun will enter Scorpio in your 2nd house, and they can make your finances take a little bit of a boost, because Venus has a lot to do with finances, and she's the lady of attraction, of attracting good things to our lives. So you might be certainly be loving to having this capacity to boost and attract a little bit more of financial abundance, and finding ways to also channel resources from others, because there is this kind of axis between 8th house. And it's also a good time to go deep in what your values are and your sense of self-esteem, self-love, and what really matters and really is important for you. Then still in Scorpio and 2nd house, you will have on the 25th a solar eclipse, which will be partial. And what solar eclipses do, they bring in new novelties, new things, Sometimes they can bring some positive things, but what happens is that nothing stays the same after a solar eclipse. Something always changes. I would like to see this more in a positive, which might bring you new revenue streams and finding new ways of making money, but also bringing some deeper understandings that bring you more self-esteem, that help you be more at peace with who you are, and to help you find what really matters to you, what you really value, and how you're treating yourself, and how you're putting your talents forward and showing your worth to the world. And you can ask yourself if you feel that you are worthy of receiving the good things in your life. Because Scorpio, yeah, Scorpio. On the 29th, Jupiter enters Pisces in your 6th house, so you might feel more charitable and seek to help others and serve others. Also, you might feel inclined to look after your health, as any issues can go big and out of control, because Jupiter always expands everything it touches. So sometimes the things it expands are things that go way beyond what we were expecting. It's like overboarding, or going, like when you have a glass of water and the water starts to spill out. It's kind of way too much. And when Jupiter, even though Jupiter loves Pisces because it rules it, Pisces is like the ocean. It represents the ocean. Because 6th house is the house of your health. And even though Jupiter is quite a benefic, can help you increase your health. But if you're not careful, because 6th house is a dark house, it might actually increase any issues that you may have there. So do some checkup if you can. On the 30th of October, Mars will go into retrograde in Gemini in your 9th house, which can help you expand to the world in teaching and spreading the word, spreading some kind of ideas, philosophies, and even to help you with marketing and spreading things internationally to other countries, or something in your life you would like to see having some kind of international recognition. You may also feel some impulse for studies, higher level studies, higher learning, or exploring your spirituality, your beliefs, and your faith. So for your month, I'm going to draw a card to help you find out which archetype will help you through this month of October. So I'm drawing from these cards called archetype cards from Caroline Mace, who is a spiritual teacher that I much admire. And I decided to do the archetypes instead of finding, oracle cards who will kind of give you a hint about your month and what's going to happen, because archetypes will talk more about your inner self and what you can develop inside, and how can you develop those archetype characteristics to help you through your month, or even to avoid the shadow side of those archetypes, which you might play into and might actually hinder you. And so for the Libras in October, the archetype for Libras in October is, I'm always getting the child. So I got, for you Libras, I got the eternal child, because there's many child cards actually here. And this is the eternal child. And the light attributes is determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. And the shadow attributes is the inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. Reading from Caroline May's book, she also says that the child is, again, the determination to remain eternally young in body, mind, and spirit. Also, the shadow side manifests in pure eternis, which is a psychological term. almost to say a bit of a Peter Pan that never grows up and manifests as an inability to grow up and accept responsibilities. There's the Puer and Puella attorneys, which shows up in women. The Puella shows up in the women as dependency on those who take charge of their physical security, a consistent inability to be relied on and to accept the aging process. And it advises to look for a pattern of resilience and youthful enthusiasm in all things, or perhaps a continuing immaturity, to observe that if that is coming through. So the eternal child is basically keeping always in touch with your inner child and this ability to look at things from a child's perspective as if they were new, and having this attitude of joy and contentment and seeking satisfaction and happiness and creativity and exploration. The problem is sometimes you see these people who just want to remain children all the time because they believe that will keep them young and will keep them youthful and looking good and attractive, refusing then to grow up in maturing to someone older because they're afraid that by growing up and maturing, they will become unattractive and too old to attract whoever they like for a relationship or for sex or for anything related to that. Also, it keeps them in a loop where they kind of play victims to attract other people's pity and attract other people's compassion, in order for them to then be taken care of and looked after, that way avoiding to grow up, mature, and deal with life situations and face life situations. So if you're a Libra, Libras love to keep their outside image looking young, looking beautiful, looking attractive. It doesn't matter if you're sun, moon, or rising. Libras do tend to love that. If you are a rising, then for sure, because Libra will be your first house, which is connected to body and image. And is a Libra to keep your eternal child is really good because you will remain young in body, mind, and spirit. And when you remain young in your body and your mind, it will tend to be remaining young also in your body. But be just careful that this does not prevent you from gaining maturity and joy and dealing with life's responsibilities and learning how to take care of yourself. That is it, Libras. That's all I have to say for you through this month of October, and I hope you have enjoyed it. Please feel free to comment below on how this month is happening for you. Let me know if you find some of these predictions happening in your life and if they have helped you go through this month of October. Also, if you like this video, do press like below. Subscribe to this channel so I can bring and make more videos for you. And I hope to see you either on my website where you can check more readings that I'm offering or holistic coach consultations, and to see you on my next video. I wish that the cosmos and the stars stay with you.